The sound of the horses cruelly roused me from yet another restless doze. Each laboured groan pierced into the crisp night air as the carriage forged ahead with its relentless twists and turns. The day grew colder as the wind howled with force on that eerie night. It whistled through the trees and rocked the carriage with its unseen hands as we made our way towards the treacherous crevices of Ardmere, a steep, winding trail that carved between the rocks. With an uneasy hand, I promptly drew aside the poorly hung curtain and gazed out upon a bleak and sombre village. It was little more than a pitiful improvement on the many deserted settlements that littered this forsaken land, its quiet dwellings masked by the dimness of the rocky hills and misty shores stretching far and wide across the open road. In complete surprise did the carriage come to a halt, as though it had struck a dry earthen drum. Following that, the coachman, Mr. Campbell, a somewhat slovenly figure to be sure, and by all accounts not the most learned individual, descended clumsily from his station. A loud and raspy cough escaped his lips as he clutched tightly to a flickering lamp that trembled in his grasp. "Sir," he ventured, his words barely more than a whisper as he delicately tapped upon the door. "May I have a moment, sir? I should be much obliged." The latch of the door released, slivering open to reveal the young man's face, which seemed to glow with the radiance of a fat full moon. Mr. Campbell raised the oil lamp at arm's length, its light illuminating the shoddy dryness of his cracked skin and the frizzy coils of flaming red curls peeking from the rim of his hat. The man hesitated, shivering violently in his thin frame as he hastily pulled his tattered collar tight around his neck. "Forgive the intrusion, Mr. Daly, but—" "But what?" I snapped, gazing at the man whose face had been left red and bitten by the fierce winds. "'Tis the horses, sir," the man mumbled. "The horses?" I echoed, curiously peeking past the door's gap in an attempt to catch a view. "What of them?" The coachman attempted to regain his balance, one hand feebly shielding his face from the violent gusts of wind. "If it pleases you, sir," the coachman went on, "it has been a little more than a day since we took rest, and with the road ahead long and the weather most grey, I fear—" "You fear?" I interrupted the man as I slumped back onto my seat. "Your fear is irrelevant to me, Mr. Campbell. An emotion suited only to the weak, never the strong."